Going to move away from events in the Middle East to Chinese President Xi Jinping. He is in Hungary on the final leg of his European tour. He arrived in Budapest in the past couple of hours, just in time for a gala dinner with Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban. President Xi is due to hold talks with Hungarian President Tamás Súlyog before visiting Chinese investments in Hungary. Earlier on Wednesday, Xi was in Belgrade. His Serbian counterpart, Alexander Vučić, told thousands of supporters, many waving Chinese flags, that the government in Beijing was a sincere friend. Now, for more on President Xi's visit, I'm joined from Washington by Elaine Dezenski, a senior director at the Foundation for Defense of Democracies. Elaine, Serbia and Hungary aren't the biggest or the most influential EU nations. Why has President Xi made them part of his European tour?
Hi, it's a great question. I think it's pretty clear that Xi Jinping right now doesn't have a lot of friends in Europe, and going to Serbia and Hungary pretty much guaranteed that he would get a friendly reception. These are two countries that are actively pursuing greater investment from China. They've been recipients of significant infrastructure investment. They've signed cooperation agreements that are moving now from the economic sphere into the security sphere. So there's a very strategic intent behind those two countries.
Yeah, President Xi is currently in Hungary, which was the first European country to sign on to China's €1 trillion Belt and Road Initiative. What more should we know about their relationship?
Yeah, it's an interesting case. I think, from the Chinese perspective, they see it as a pathway into the broader European economy, into the market, into political engagement. Orban has been very supportive of this relationship for many years and has reaped the benefits of that through this growing investment. It certainly caused some disturbance, I think, within the European Union. Certainly in Brussels, where there's really a growing concern about the nature of this relationship and what the implications are more broadly for the EU. So it's setting up a bit of a tension that I think is an interesting and maybe potentially challenging narrative facing Xi in the future. He's taken a bit of a gamble by taking this divide and conquer kind of approach by going to Hungary, by going to Serbia, and really kind of pushing back a bit against some of the concerns that the EU has raised around the relationship with China. So it's creating, to some extent, a divisive environment. And at the same time, I think, what the Europeans have really been looking for is a bit more of assurance about access to the Chinese market, about the quality of the trade relationship. So you have these dynamics that are working perhaps against each other. And it's a difficult narrative to balance, particularly for Xi.
All right, Elaine, thank you so much for your insight today. We'll leave it there for now. Elaine Dezenski